What's up, guys? Welcome to Free For All, your source for all things geek. I am your host, Evan Swafford. With me, as always, Chuck Nally.
You missed the 3-for-all again.
God! Start over.
Okay. YouTube's going to get a little extra special.
Yeah, you
treat,
guys
but
get a
the
bonus.
podcast, I'm happy to start over. Here we go.
I was legit mad at myself. And now it's not even going to be funny. It's not authentic now.
We can make it work.
I'm going to like.
No one will know that's listening.
I'm going to let Cheezer say it and be like, "Welcome to Three For All."
All right, here we
See,
go.
that's how it's going to be. It sucks.
You're so mad.
I am. I'm legit
I mean,
mad.
you should be. But anyway, all right, here we go.
I pride
Here we go.
myself on not doing that stupid, but that's Josh move.
Wait, can we change our Facebook real quick?
Change our Facebook.
To 3-for-all. Sorry.
All right.
I
That's too
mean,
much.
I legit would be worried we could not.
Change it back. Somebody is waiting for the opportunity.
Ha
My time has come.
All right, here we go. Oh, shit. Just whenever you're ready.
I just thought about it in my head, and I was like, I'm going to fuck it up. Like, I've already fucked it up.
You got it. You got it.
Went through, like, this whole list of me being a failure in my
Right,
head.
right.
It spiraled hard in my head.
Imagine how Jayla feels.
Oh, God, that poor woman. She's slumming it with me, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
So are we just keeping
Yeah.
this and you're editing?
Yep.
You don't like to do work, though.
On
He's
second
mad
thought,
because I'm right.
on second thought.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Three For All. I'm your host. You son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Oh fuck, I can't breathe.
Oh, God. People are watching. You're like, this isn't even fucking funny.
No, no one thinks this is funny. Oh my
The
god.
level of commitment we have to fuck with Josh.
Oh man, I really feel like we should have just kept that take.
Oh, I spit all over my computer. God dang it.
That is classic Stinger material. If I've ever heard it.
Oh, man.
Don't you delete that?
I'm not going to.
Okay, good.
God. I knew you were going to lose it.
I couldn't help it.
All right.
Was it because I was, like, trying to be more animated when I said...
3-for-all. Get the neck in and everything.
All right.
All right, here we go.
It's our third take, ironically. What's up, guys? Welcome to Three For All, your source for all things geek. I am your host, Evan Swafford, and with me, as always, Chuck Nally.
Hello.
Oh, God, your whole face turned beet red, and it got me. Oh, Trey Elliott.
Yo.
And that's it, because we're a three-man podcast.
That's right.
Hence
Fuck you,
the
Josh.
Three For All. It happened.
Logo,
Yeah.
Logo change imminent.
Yeah. That was a lot of work for a mediocre joke at best.
That is correct.
Damn it.
One word.
That's it. I am damn glad it happened. Oh, man. All right, we're here
my
to talk
face
about what
hurts.
we're watching.
Man. Okay,
We're trying to stay pretty current, but we're kind of winding the year down. The TV season's about to end and restart. We'll be doing our TV awards next month, so we're trying to get caught up for that. But at the same time, we're starting shows that are going to count towards next TV season, because
Indeed.
the way we do it, at least, is any show has to finish its run. I think we're going to do by like August 1st, maybe August 15th, something like that.
Okay.
For this year,
Usually it's like
to be
September
in that.
1st,
We
but
we have been
we
doing
are going a
September
little
1st,
bit
but you know
earlier.
I'm having a baby, so take that, TV rules. So that being said, let's talk about some premieres that we're watching. Shows that air all at once, obviously, like a Netflix show, still this year. This show, not all at once, will be a next year show. Let's talk about Preacher Season 3.
Okay, let's do it.
I've only watched the first episode, so none past
Seen,
that, please.
three in.
3 just aired on Sunday, so yeah.
Did we not talk about this last week?
We did not because he had not watched it yet.
Okay, maybe we just talked about it off air. Continue.
No hair star in first episode. I was disappointed by that.
Oh, he's in the season.
I knew he was.
Next episode, you'll be thoroughly pleased.
Okay, because he's easily the best part about this show now.
That dude is
like easily.
He is hair star.
He's
awesome.
It is awesome. He's very funny.
Easily the best part of season 2.
Because I didn't really like season 2 all that much, but I loved Hair Star.
It had its moments. It had a lot of CW angst.
Like Tulip and Jesse were both bitches.
Yeah, they
Cass
were.
was great. Hair Star was great. But most of the show just felt like it went nowhere. They were just killing time to get to Angelville.
Yeah, and it really kind of bummed me out that they introduced my favorite part of New Orleans, which was the underground vampire cult.
Right.
Like online, and then they just left it.
Yeah, they went away.
Oh, no. But, and then the whole hell thing with
stupid
Hitler and Arseface.
So drawn out.
Not fun.
It should have been an episode, maybe.
Yeah.
I can see that being like a random one episode.
Yeah, it should have been.
Versus what it was.
The whole season.
Yeah.
This season to me starts off a lot more like season 1.
It does. It starts off good.
Yeah. And whenever you
Grant
get
Tulip's dead for most of the episode.
right, well, that follows some of the comics somewhat. That's leading into Angelville, of course, but 2 and 3, like it's even more so. It's really, really good. And I can't wait for you to get to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I really like the big dude from Angelville that goes into the motel and just starts murdering fools.
Yeah, he doesn't wait at all.
No.
He just walks in.
He gets the
and
thing and
starts
he's like,
going.
well, you're going to have to fight me for it.
Yeah.
And he's just beating the ever-loving hell out of Jesse.
Well, Jesse gets his licks in,
He
too,
does, because
but
Jesse can fight, but
at the end, he picks up a truck and he's going to squash Jesse's face with the back tire.
yeah. And his grandmother was like, no. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, he was kind of upset. That guy's been in something before.
He has. The other, henchman at Angelville is the guy from Falling Skies. Like the anti-hero guy from Falling Skies. He was always kind of a bad guy, but he fought with the good guys.
Oh, okay.
I forget his name in the show.
I
but
definitely do too.
that
but
guy.
I can picture him now that you say that.
Yeah, he's in this show. Glad he got work. Good for him.
Sure. Why not?
So you're a fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I've got a good vibe after the first episode, whereas I ended last season on kind of a down note, not really loving it.
Yeah,
definitely
I'm more
didn't
excited to finish this season than I was.
I'm gonna try to keep up as I go along. Marathon in this show was hard for me for some reason, so I'm gonna try to
quit the show. So
there you go. All right, let's talk about comedians in cars getting coffee.
yeah,
Now on Netflix.
indeed. So they made that announcement a while ago, and basically everything came over from Crackle, which
Correct.
everybody knows and loves.
Thank God it's off Crackle.
I love
piece of
that
shit.
candy bar. It's good.
Oh yeah, I'm on you with that.
I prefer Nestle Crunch, but
I don't. I prefer Crackle.
Crackle with a K.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean they're basically the same thing. But anyways,
More ricey.
yeah, not a big rice fan.
No, I am. That's why I like the Crackle. It's more ricey.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the Crunch Bar is more
Orientals.
ricey.
He gets
Oh.
it. He
Nailed
gets
it.
it.
Anyway, they brought over 4 seasons worth to Netflix earlier this year. I can't remember when.
And new content though, right?
But yeah, new content got added last week.
Okay.
So there's 12 new episodes.
I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I don't know why. Because I love Jerry Seinfeld. I love most of his guests, but I end up bored a lot of the time.
I mean, this is definitely continues the trend of a show about nothing. For those who haven't seen any of it, it's literally, I mean, the name says it all, obviously.
Yeah.
He picks a different car every episode that reminds him in some way,
Of
shape, or
his
form
guest,
of his
yeah.
guest. He's done one with Barack Obama, and there's been a couple other people that aren't comedians, but typically it's some sort of comedian.
Right.
And then they go get some food and coffee and just talk, shoot the shit, basically.
I've seen
the
a
whole
little bit of
time.
the one with Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
easily the best one is Michael Richards that I've seen so far.
Yes,
I haven't
of the
seen
old
that
stuff,
one.
I would 100% agree with you.
I mean, he's Kramer.
Right. Oh,
He-
he is.
yeah.
And racist.
Yes.
Turns out.
I mean, he's like, yeah, I know the guy that lives here. And he just walks up to a house in Beverly Hills and knocks on the door. And he's like, no, that person's never lived here. And he's like, are you sure I'm at this place? Yes, you're. And Jerry's in the background like, oh my God. Like, he just can't believe
That
it's
seems
happening.
about right.
It's
yeah, he
fantastic.
lays down on the floor of the coffee shop at one point.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
ridiculous.
why. I just can't get into
But,
this show.
Yeah, and the Dave Chappelle episode is probably my least favorite episode of the season so far. I've only watched the first 5, so I haven't gotten through the whole season yet. But Ellen is probably my favorite of
That's
the season.
what I hear for the most part.
Yeah. Ellen is just super charming.
Yeah.
I also did not know that she was the first female comedian to ever get called over to sit with on the Tonight Show. Shit, what's his name? The guy before David Letterman.
Jay Leno? Or
No.
no, Jay
Carson,
the
right?
Tonight. No, Carson did the
That
Tonight
was
Show.
Tonight Show. Jay Leno followed Carson.
Yeah.
Okay, I have them backwards that way then. But either way, Carson is who I'm talking about. It was a big deal if he called you over when you did a stand-up set, for him to call you over and come sit on the couch and talk. Like most comedians didn't
Just
get to
did
do
their
that.
bit, yeah, and then
Yeah,
went
and
on.
then they were gone. And she was the first female comedian to ever get that. So it was, they like showed a little bit of that. I actually went and like YouTubed the whole set
Stand-up
because I
bit.
was kind of interested. But yeah, hers is really good. They're still 15 minutes, which I'm really happy about. They're like very, very small.
That is your window.
It is.
very, very small.
But the first episode, and I was worried they changed the whole season, is Zach Galifianakis, and it's basically a split episode. 15 minutes is comedians in cars getting
Between
coffee,
the ferns.
and the other 15 minutes is an episode of Between the Ferns with obviously Jerry Seinfeld, and then also Cardi B.
Cardi B is a trash human.
That is correct. The trend continues
Like,
on the show.
She
Why
makes
is
me
she-
sad that things exist.
Why is she still like getting
I don't
just
know,
these
man.
random talk show gigs?
I don't know.
She doesn't talk that well.
No, she can't speak. She makes up words and sounds, and that's people love her for it. Yes, that bullshit. God, it makes my skin crawl. I have never like sounded older, but God,
Oh man, I'm gonna accidentally ruin comedians in cars getting coffee for you. It sounds
Cardi
like.
B is the fucking worst.
It was really random when she showed up. She's only on there for like 5 minutes, but
He
That's
liked it.
too much.
He's got Cardi B pajamas.
Him?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
No, I
I
don't
can't even
think
joke about it.
but if I did, maybe they'd be Cardi B pajamas.
It's a onesie with a butt flap. If Trey has pajamas, it's a onesie with a
That's
butt
fair.
flap.
Cooking on High.
Yeah, this YouTube show.
This show
It's real bad.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of into cooking shows because of another show we'll talk about in just a moment.
Yes.
Particularly Netflix originals.
This is my top 3 worst shows of the year.
yeah.
Oh,
I-
shit.
I hate
it's
this
just
show.
it's so clearly low budget. Like
If
so-
my stoner friends in high school were given like $2 million to make a TV
Yep.
show, this is what would have
it
happened.
feels
$2
Whatever. I don't make TV. I make great podcasts. See?
So this feels I've often thought about Good Mythical Morning and that this is about the production level of that show.
It is. It's
Except
about
it's
the
a
same.
Netflix original.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the fuck happened, but they're also 15-minute episodes or 20 minutes somewhere in there.
Too long is the answer.
Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a Netflix original cooking competition show.
It's highly edited, and I think that Netflix was like, you have to cut this.
I'm not sure. The guests are like
Quasi-celebrities
Z-list celebrities
that are known for being really stoned.
yeah, I
Cheech
guess
Marin.
No, that is way too high of a
No,
celebrity.
that
Oh.
would be
Pun
what I
intended.
would expect if this was like some show on Bravo or some shit.
I just got that.
Um,
That's funny.
The host is definitely not the worst part of the show.
He's charming, but he makes a weed reference every 3
I mean, to
seconds.
be fair, it is cooking on high.
I know, and it shouldn't be a thing because it turns out that's not fucking funny.
No, it's not. I will say that there are
I'm
times,
like, if I was high, like I still don't think I would laugh at this, but maybe I might enjoy it more.
there are
But
times when this is somewhat interesting, but not very often, and it's never funny.
they're in a tiny ass kitchen
Man,
too.
it's so small.
It is incredibly
It's like
small,
they're cooking in my kitchen.
and it's got like them like they're supposed to be doing like all this like prep work on these amazing dishes, and they're like their shoulders are hunched in.
Yeah.
One's on like the literally like this size, and they're
It's
cooking. I'm like,
ridiculous.
and then they like most of the cooking is edited out. Like they don't go spend any time on them hardly prep. Like that's 3 minutes of this 15
It's just
minute
some
show.
people being really high.
Chef Nugs. Really?
Oh yeah. Apparently in California there are a lot of like restaurants,
eateries
where they infuse
if you
weed
have
into the cooking.
if you have a medicinal marijuana license, you can go into like a lot of these, which they have to put like the disclaimer on Netflix. But God, I mean, it's just it's the most like lowbrow show to me that I can imagine.
I would
like it
agree
offended me watching House.
Would it be
I wouldn't say I was offended,
brow?
but like there's a way to do that comedy, and it was wrong. Like,
no, I agree.
Snoop Dogg's been doing it the right way for 30 years at this point, but
there's more like,
damn, you're right.
Yes,
there's like more
he's made a
positive
career
weed
being
references
funny about it
on Coach Snoop than there is on this show.
Exactly.
It's not good
because it's authentic and not scripted bullshit.
Yeah.
That host guy on the first episode, not the host guy, the judge guy, the white one, is
Josh Leva.
Whatever. He's worse than Cardi B.
That's fair. The judges
Mark,
are...
you're right. Mark my words. If I see that guy, I will punch him in the face.
The judges are easily. The chefs are occasionally interesting.
That one guy looked so disappointed in himself that he was there. The guy that had been on the actual famous cooking show, Chopped.
Oh yeah,
he was actual contestant on Chopped and didn't really seem like to care about the fact that this was weed based that much. He just really loved cooking,
right?
And then he like didn't smile a whole lot the whole time. And then that girl was way too serious about weed because she was like a weed chef, and I was like, this is stupid. Just smoke weed and eat, you people. Like, this is so stupid.
Does everything have like a Funyun crust on it?
One makes like a gourmet grilled cheese, and they talk about how it gets them high. But one guy literally admits that he can't judge because he came in too stoned, so he doesn't feel anything from this.
Yeah.
I was like,
do you remember that really good
grilled
cheese that that movie Chef made?
I do remember it like it was yesterday.
And that
so that is to say, not at all.
Cuban sandwich looked good.
Chef is good.
No, I will say this is, and to me, there's
top 10 movie.
Not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy.
This should not be a show in the same way that, like, if somebody put out a show tomorrow that was just like, we're gonna cook and everything's gonna involve alcohol, like, okay.
If you can not make jokes about it and constantly reference the alcohol, and then put up alcohol facts throughout the show,
like, and maybe we'll eventually
that's a thing.
Get into a situation.
The whole show.
Like what?
I don't remember.
Is it about Funyuns?
No. Why do you keep saying that?
Fuji's and Funyuns.
That's right.
Like if this was just like on Top Chef, and let's say like 15 years from now, weed's legal, and then they just say like this is going to be a theme for one episode. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a whole show on it's just fucking ridiculous. Especially when that's not made very well.
It's not. Yeah, it's just made poorly. Like
it is.
I
guess my point is, even if it was made really well, I don't think it's
not
hold
needed
up for a whole season.
But if it was made really well, I wouldn't have been like mad watching
That's fair. And I'm not quite as pissed off about it as you are,
God,
but it's definitely not good.
I was so
I definitely occasionally just like laughed at how bad it was. Like, holy shit, but not in a good way, in like a holy shit, this shouldn't exist way.
We should be on Netflix.
I mean, based on this, we could be.
Thank you for calling Netflix your greenlit.
This is the most prime example ever of that.
Yes, it is.
Oh, prime example? I mean, Amazon versus Netflix. Come on, man.
That's fair.
That'd be classy.
Branding, man. Branding.
I don't work for either of those fucking companies.
But you might.
We should.
Can't do that. If we can't play both sides, we got to choose one and go for it.
Hulu.
No.
No?
No.
Is this too much or
not enough?
I think we should go for, like...
Crackle?
Epics.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. The 3 for All podcast on Epics.
We're coming. Yeah. We're taking that grave spot. Coming for you, Berlin Station. Oh, man. And finally on premieres, Somebody Feed Phil Season 2. Both 2 seasons eligible for this year's award.
I'm not entirely positive.
I know.
Both seasons are not in my top 10.
I've been legitimately worried that you were going to have 2 seasons of Somebody Feed Phil in your top 10.
This show is literally pure fucking joy.
It's really good. You set the stage a little high for people not watching.
I have not.
But it is very good. It's just a giddy to be alive Jewish guy that goes around and is really nice to people and eats a shit ton of food. It's not even really cooking. You don't even see a whole lot of cooking. You just get food.
No, this is like a very.
It's almost like it's more of a travel show.
Travel, like Anthony Bourdain could totally host this show.
Yeah,
he just
what?
obviously
soon,
not.
brother.
A little too soon.
Just in terms of this is the type of show he would host, but yeah, the difference is that Phil is so this is what is his last name? I told myself I
I
wouldn't
don't know.
forget it.
Oh,
He produced
McCracken.
a lot of early '90s TV.
Yeah, when he created his big kind of credit is creating Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah,
McGroin.
You nailed it. It's something super Jewish, and he is super Jewish, but
Oy vey.
yeah, like
Phil McGroin. I like it. I just got it.
I said McCracken first.
I don't like that one.
Oh, okay.
McGroin's funny.
Okay.
man, he's just like loves everybody he meets. He loves to meet new people. Like it's
He
the most-
legitimately loves food.
he does legitimately love food. He like calls his parents on Skype at the end of every episode and talks to them,
And
they're
they're
like,
oblivious to
they
what's
are just
really going
the
on.
most wonderful
How
old
many episodes
Jewish
is
people.
this per year?
6.
6, yeah.
per
It-
season.
No, and
So
it's
An hour?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an hour long.
Hour?
Hmm?
I just said half hour.
Uh,
You said yeah.
I
and
thought you said an hour.
I thought
No.
I also thought you said an hour.
It's an hour long.
6 1-hour
It
episodes.
feels a little long,
I'm out.
but it's
An hour
good.
long somebody eating show?
It's because of the travel part of it, and like he goes to like a big city, and he does a good job. Like especially in the first episode, I've only seen the first one of this season, where he goes to Venice,
Mhm.
but he goes to like a lot of like suburbs, and like goes into like the history going on over there, and like what's special, especially in Europe, like what's special to this town,
Yeah.
food wise. Because in Italy, like he goes into this, and I knew about from when I went over there, like they're very strict on like regulation, like a certain type of balsamic vinaigrette or oil or whatever.
Yeah, it has to be in a certain type of bottle.
It has to be the bottle. If you're from this area, it has to be in this shape of a bottle with this label on it and all
Yeah.
this other stuff. So, Parmesan cheese is the same way. It's super. Like this is my dad would love the show. I told him I was like, you need to watch the show. You'd be really interested in this. But
It's just really fascinating, and I think like
did you watch the whole season already?
Yeah.
I knew you did.
in one sitting.
Almost. We
While
watched the
he
first
ate.
4.5 episodes literally in one sitting. It's just man, I just can't get enough of like how fucking positive it is. Like there's nothing more just genuinely purely like wonderful on television.
It was a wonderful theme song.
Dude, that theme song
An
is
hour?
the fucking best.
It's a little long.
I don't think I've ever watched like a eating cooking show that's an hour long.
Travel Channel does it quite often, but
Man, that's
it's good.
long.
But it should be about 45 minutes. It should be like TV hour, like if it had commercials.
Instead of full hour.
It's a legit hour.
I'm out. I ain't
Fair
gonna
enough.
watch it. I ain't
Just
gonna watch
listen to the theme song. That's the best part.
That's all he really wants.
Oh my god, it's so good.
it. I promise you, I will listen to the theme song before the next show. I promise.
Thank you.
What was your favorite food in Venice? I always like to see what I'm going to eat if I go to that place.
I'm trying to think.
So have you watched so you finished? You watched
I
the
finished-
New York one. I
Yeah,
wanna
and
watch
my favorite thing about New York, especially because I'm
I haven't
going
got
to
to
New
watch
York
it
next year,
Yeah.
is that he definitely
On
goes
a
to like
weekend?
3 or 4 different pizza places. Yes. He goes to 3 or 4 different pizza places, and that's like obviously the number one kind of food I want to try in New York.
It's very
so-
similar to that episode of the other cooking
Ray's
show
Famous.
on Netflix that we
Go there.
watched. I can't remember the name of it now. You know what I'm talking about. They go to eat all the different pizzas, and they were talking about. all the
Oh, I
different
can't remember the name of it either, but I know what you're talking about. Yes. But yeah, this is like obviously got specific restaurants and everything, and then he also does obviously some hot dogs. And so I'm really excited to like try some of these places because obviously I'm not going to go to Venice anytime soon.
By
But
the way, I ate at a restaurant in New York City one time where Harvey Weinstein, God, Jesus,
So you were raped.
not me, because I'm a man.
You don't know.
Well,
Ugly
you know.
Delicious. That's the show I was thinking of.
yes.
Harvey Firestein.
Oh,
the
okay.
guy, is
Yeah. Yeah.
he was there.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
I said, "What's up?"
yeah.
Then we left. Question:
Quickly.
Is is all like Parmesan cheese at a grocery store, like in America, just in like a green round cylinder?
Yes.
Okay.
I've
Pretty
seen
much.
one in a purple one, and then I think it got canceled because I've never seen it
You
again.
got canceled. You watch so much TV.
TV.
It was a brand, like
The
a.
ratings on that Parmesan cheese were shit.
It was like a spinoff of like
Parmesan
Kraft.
by
though.
the numbers.
Like
said
Kraft didn't
no.
go out of business. They canceled that particular strain of.
It did very
The
poorly.
strain?
I don't know what to call it. All right, I don't know how to fucking categorize the different types of Parmesan cheese in their little green plastic tubes. I don't know what I'm doing.
How did it do in the 18 to 49
God
demographic?
damn it! I like TV. All right, I do this for you. It's your fault.
Oh, that was priceless. Fuck you, Josh.
What do you call it? I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
Discontinued.
Either, man. There you go.
Oh, this is not that fucking different. That's bullshit. Give me L.
Man, you got defensive. That
I
was
did.
awesome.
I didn't know what to say. All right, that does it for premieres. Let's talk about finished shows, all of which one of you two haven't finished.
Correct. Between the two of me and Trey, we equal one Evan.
Okay, you haven't got to talk much yet, so let's go ahead and talk about some Glow season 2.
Oh, so good.
It is so good.
Holy shit. What is it? Episode 8?
The scripted episode.
It's fucking wonderful.
You just
man.
watch an episode of Glow, like if you
Oh,
were
that's
watching
cool.
on TV. It's really fucking cool.
It's awesome. It was easily my favorite episode
Is
this
that the
year.
finale?
No.
no,
Okay.
No,
episode
there's
10
10.
is.
There's 10.
Okay, I was thinking there was 8 for some reason.
There's 10. And by the way, episode 10 has easily 3 like moment of the year candidates for me.
I liked it a lot. I don't think I'm quite as high as you, but I liked it a lot. Episode 8 was my favorite, and bordering that, it was the hospital episode.
That was good. Where they were all there.
It's kind of like I love
that was a good moment too, where she was like fucking strung out of her mind.
Yeah, it was great. Like the season was very good going into
Mhm.
that. It kind of took a turn when it hit that though. Like it kicked into another gear from the hospital episode, from the end of the episode before it. That not to spoil anything, so something
fine.
happens where people have to go to the hospital. I won't say who, but they're all there. They go as a group. And then there's a whole episode inside the hospital, and like it just the acting, everything just like went into high gear, and it really never came down after that.
Yeah, the writing in the show is really good for what it is. Like
It is.
Who would have thought that? I guess a dramedy, for lack of a better term, is.
That's
about
pretty
right.
fair term.
Yeah.
I mean, written as well as this show is for a early late 80s.
Yeah, like the heartfelt moments aren't sappy; they're like kind of well hidden in there.
I mean, when the referee was talking to Cherry,
Yeah.
and they were talking about starting a family or whatever, and they just panned to Liberty Bell in the ring, just like face to face with her baby. I was just like,
Yeah.
"Aw." It was
It's
just,
well done.
like, really, really well done. Mark Maron, dude,
He's so good.
he's amazing. Sam is the
You
best.
son of a bitch.
You
Sorry.
son of a bitch.
I don't like him. At least
You'll
not the
like,
first episode.
you'll like him by the end of the season. The relationship that he has with his daughter,
It's
especially
great.
towards the end, it's amazing.
It's
one of my,
so good.
It's one of my favorite parts of the season, I think.
I agree. I really loved that. Also, she is not a bad actress, and did like I
I
like
think they're all good.
Justine. I liked her way more. Like she got to do more this season than she did the first.
Yeah, there's a lot more nuance to her character this
they
year. for
toned down
sure.
the one that was like very like that slept around, very provocative. I can't even remember her name.
Melrose.
Like the
Yes,
red-
Melrose. Yeah.
Okay.
She got toned down a little bit this year, and I like that. She was still who she was, but it
Well,
wasn't
she got
every
beat
episode.
out by that guy by the what's the Asian girl's name? I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but that was really funny.
That was funny because
Well,
she,
she was
had to give him.
constipated.
Yeah, she was constipated. She couldn't go like meet
she
this guy.
she was like, I want. She's like, my grandmother has an ancient Chinese recipe. It's surefire to fix it. And then she finally like she doesn't want to give her what she's asking for, and she's like, fine, just do it. Because they're all horny. They all just want to go fuck. So she's like, I want your jacket. And she's like, no, this is my lucky jacket. Goes with, so she's like, fine, just do it. And then she just hands her an enema.
Yeah.
Walks out.
It's
All right.
funny, man.
It's very funny. It was good, like in a way, in the way they would progress as like wrestling on the show. Like the quality of their matches
Mm-hmm.
was improving. So like they had to do some pretty legit training to do what they were doing. It was impressive.
Oh, absolutely. And
Chavo Guerrero shows up again.
Yeah, that's really funny. I like all that stuff. It's just like, hey, listen, I'm on TV. He's like, are you okay with this?
The
Yeah,
way he
just
calls
put
out
my face
in-
on TV.
The way he calls it, he's in a match in the final episode.
Oh, and they're calling the
way he
the
calls
moves.
it, that's kind of how it happens, especially if you're kind of with someone that needs help along. Like that's
Right.
kind of how it, and like it's very authentic feeling. Like I like
It's
that
like
a lot.
that Andre the Giant documentary where he's like, "Slam."
Yeah,
Leg drop.
yeah, exactly.
It was it's just really well done. I mean,
It's very funny too.
it is
Almost all the comedy is from Mark Maron, though.
yeah.
Like
That dude's. I've been listening to his podcast, the What the Fuck podcast.
Yeah.
it's good. It's really good. But I just love his character. The three leads to me are just really good. I thought that Betty Gilpin,
she was very, very good.
Liberty Bell, like especially when she was like,
I hated her.
the first half of the season, she was just unbearable. But I mean, that's the way.
But in
that
the
she
right
was
in the
written.
right way.
Yeah, like, but when she was getting rid of all the stuff in the house, and then all
I was like, you were melting down.
yeah, it's. I don't know, man.
I ended up feeling sorry for her husband, kinda, and I was just like,
this is probably a top 10 show for me, man.
it's borderline. I don't know if it would be for me. Like, it's gonna be. I haven't really thought about my top 10 yet, outside of Riverdale, of
I
course.
just love the
Right. I mean,
I just love the dialogue, the acting, like just the characters are just cast so well.
it's certainly up for the top 10 for me. It's very good.
It's just real good.
I'm excited to finish it now.
You should be. It's really good.
It's next on my
I liked
list,
it better than the first season.
Somebody feed Phil took over this weekend.
I know it did.
I mean, there's only 8 spots left in your top 10.
That's
really.
The numbers are limited, folks.
I'm going to talk about this because I don't think you'll finish it. Or if you finish it in time for the show, we'll probably just talk about it on the awards show, which I think you should. I watched Killing Eve.
That's what I figured
You watched the whole season?
Yeah,
How many episodes?
8.
Was it good?
Yeah,
Are they hour, half hour?
it's an hour,
So 8
but
hours.
it's TV hour, so every 2 episodes equals.
This is BBC
hour and a
America,
half.
though, right?
It is.
Did you just
iTunes?
iTunes it?
Okay.
I
need to see if-
think
couldn't
it's
find
coming.
a
I think
way
it's
to-
coming to streaming soon.
Okay. If it does that, I want to watch
That
it.
or
I've
I'll
been-
pass you along some iTunes files.
That's fair.
But it's good. It is a very unique show. Like, it's written very smartly.
It's
Like,
the lead seems like she's super strong. Is she like crazy?
Sandra Oh or the
No, the Eve, I guess.
Eve, or no, Eve is Sandra Oh,
Oh, okay.
the murderer girl
The
who
murderer, yeah.
goes by a few names in this.
Okay.
Is brilliant.
Okay.
Like, she does crazy very well. Not the same type of crazy as Claire Danes,
Fair enough.
but like, if the following hadn't been just unrelenting, like someone's going to murder everyone on this show and had some like quirkiness to it, it would be kind of like that.
Okay.
So this is a show about a female serial killer but she's like she's an assassin.
Gotcha.
And she's been active for years. No one knows like who she is.
By the way, coming to Hulu later this year, streaming.
Nice. How will it be in time for the show?
It doesn't say. Just the only thing I found said later this year. But anyway.
So anyway, Sandra Oh gets her job. I think she's local police at the time, and she lives in England. She's married to a British guy. Obviously, she's American, but she kind of starts stumbling across this. Gets recruited by MI6 or MI5, like whatever. And puts on this task force to find her. So this assassin, who's very young, like gets wind of this and becomes like obsessed with her. Like she loves the fact that someone was smart enough to get on her because she's brilliant. And it just comes to this cat and mouse game. But God, there's just a lot of like, you don't think about you're gonna laugh in this show, and I end up like laughing a lot. There's a lot of like real, very well written characters that make good, authentic jokes, and then sometimes it's just kind of weird, like that, like it does like a very over the top like thing, and you're like, that is a weird way to do that, but I kind of dig it. Like
Right.
it there's nothing like it on TV. It was very different. I liked it a lot.
Sneakily watched this show. Did you do that on purpose?
I've done it I watched it all in the past 2 days.
Oh shit!
So,
I mean, you haven't
That's
even
impressive.
mentioned.
I texted Trey last night. He was already asleep.
I was.
I was telling. I was like,
What was it, like 7:30?
9:30, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's still pretty early.
It's really early.
Yeah, because I tried because I felt I texted that. Then like 30 minutes later, I was like, oh nope, serious, because I was trying to tell him about what happened to Thomas. Keep it, Thomas. But yeah, you were asleep early last night.
Those phone calls didn't come to like 11 something though.
Yeah, I was like an hour, 2 hours later. I was like,
Okay.
oh shit.
You're not on Evan Standard Time?
I'm not.
That's fair. I had to do a lot of work. I was doing fuel taxes last night, so I just running TV while I did it.
Mm-hmm.
This is written by Phoebe Waller-Bridges. This is actually from a book. Obviously, she didn't write that. But she adapted it. She's the one that did what's the name? Phoebe Waller-Bridges show.
Cooking
Fleabag.
on High.
Fleabag. Thank you. No. Fleabag on Amazon.
Yes. And she's also the voice of the droid in Solo.
Yes, correct.
She's done wonderful things.
It turns out she wrote a really good show. I like it a lot.
She's super talented. Also, another update on streaming. BBC America has an Apple TV app with a cable login. So
Sweet.
I'll be watching this very soon.
It's very good.
Cool.
It's also like I would consider it for my top 10.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it's there, but it's at least in the conversation.
Just that it's in the contention, considering how good TV is right now. That's awesome.
Like it's different. Like it's very different when you watch it, but it's really good. I like it. It tells a good story. But yeah, check it out if you have a way to watch that. If you have cable, you can probably get. I think it's on demand for BBC right now. But yeah, I like it a lot. And then finally, for finished, let's talk about Luke Cage season 2.
Indeed. So just to start out strong, you mentioned Killing Eve potentially being in your top 10. If Black Mariah was not in the season, this show I think would be in top 10 contention. For me.
Wow, what a turn!
It is.
You're higher than me then.
Really good.
I like it a lot,
Man,
and I'm
I
not.
like it a lot.
I like the first half of season 1 pretty well.
I love the first.
I don't love it, but I like it a lot. The second half of Luke Cage season 1 is unwatchable.
It's
Almost.
a train wreck.
It is so bad. It's
outside of
I
like
agree.
the classic '80s Luke Cage look that he has at that one point,
Yeah.
which is a nice little
it's
Easter
great.
egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing.
The last
but
5 episodes are the worst thing outside of Inhumans that Marvel has done.
I can agree with that.
Like it's
I can too.
truly, truly awful.
Worse
Like
than
it's
anything in Iron Fist.
yeah, way
Oh,
worse than Iron Fist. I
Yes.
thought, and Iron Fist is not good, except for in. And apologies again to you that you didn't know that happened. He's in an episode of this, like a full episode of
Oh.
Luke Cage season 2.
Okay.
There's a badass fight scene.
He's just also he was written so much better.
Yep.
Like out of nowhere, I was like, oh shit, he's acting like Danny Rand would. I was like, that's lovely to see.
It
He
was really
still
nice.
doesn't
Change of pace.
do fight choreography the best.
Not great, but the choreography in that scene, even
It's
though he
just
doesn't do
better.
it very well, is really good.
I mean, he seems athletic. Aren't they paying him to like train and shit?
I don't know. He
You would
didn't.
think.
You don't. When he
Started
started,
like Colleen.
It just doesn't
She's
look
a
natural.
badass.
yeah,
Yes, she
she's
is.
great. I love
Even Misty. I haven't gotten to any. Does she get a robo arm during the season?
Yeah.
Okay.
does.
from
It's
Rand
not like full
Industries.
on metal. It's still kind of like plasticky, but like I think they're going to do another iteration of it at some point.
It was full. It was full cybernetic underneath. They had plastic parts on top.
Right, I'm just saying, like I can see them doing like full on Winter Soldier at some point,
Maybe.
like it is in the comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely gets it pretty early on too. It's not.
Yeah,
definitely-
I mean,
she
I'm
gets
only
it
like
before.
halfway through season 4 or episode 4, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty
You're
close.
getting close to that then,
Okay.
actually.
It's like- yeah,
And
there's
they
another-
just had the
That's
bar fight
also-
where she like goes to like punch some dude and like swings and misses, and she's like,
yeah, it's episode like
shit.
5 or 6. She gets it.
Also, that's the show kind of starts picking up a little bit because Bushmaster's like really come into his own.
Yeah.
That dude's
Bushmaster's
pretty good,
good,
man.
He's really good. I don't love the thick Jamaican accent, mainly not because it's.
huge.
I have legit trouble understanding it sometimes. Like there was times I was like, I'm not positive what they just said.
I'm part Jamaican, so I understand.
Okay, well,
understand,
clearly,
like,
clearly,
all of it.
yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that was so fucking stupid.
But contrary to a lot of Netflix shows, this one didn't have the middle sag. I felt it started to get better around the middle.
I agree. Yeah, it basically started out a little bit slow, but man, it like continuously picked up all the way to the end.
But it does have one constant problem throughout, and that is Black Mariah.
Yeah, man, that lady, and I've seen her other stuff. She's never been like, holy shit, the best actress
Humphrey
ever.
Woodard. She's been in
And a lot of stuff.
bunch of shit,
Right.
man.
I
Was she
mean,
in
I
The
get
Color
that, but
Purple?
I can't say that for certain, but I think so. She is atrocious in this.
and like I feel like we just talked about this. Obviously, she's not typically a terrible actress. Again, she's not like in my top 10 or anything.
We said we hated Liberty Bell and Glow, but for the right reasons. I hate her for the wrong reasons in this.
Oh yeah,
I hate her because I don't like watching her
But
talk.
I honestly wonder how much of it is her, which obviously some of it is
It's some her, it's some the writing.
the writing and the directing too. Like she is just so over the top in a way that's not good at all. Like
Every time she yells, I'm just like, I can't watch. I might turn this off.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't do it.
it is literally cringeworthy.
She's in the live action Lion King movie coming out pretty soon.
All right then. Shades was in a little too much.
Yeah, he redeemed himself a little bit towards the end of the
It
show.
started to make sense that he was there.
Around the killings.
Yeah. The rum punch.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Around that, I was like, okay.
It made a little more sense that he was there as much. You all right, big guy?
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
make it.
Hang in there. But yeah, it made a little. But Bushmaster throughout was good. I like he was kind of you understood his motives. Like he wasn't just bad to be bad. Like he kind of deserved the revenge he was hunting.
There was a great, I thought a really truly great story with the villain, which you almost never get. Even some of the Marvel movies don't have that.
Yeah, well, I feel TV actually does it better than the movies.
Typically, yeah.
I mean, we've got Fisk and Purple Man from it. But,
yeah.
Not
Black Mariah.
Black Mariah.
That is correct.
It's real
Or
bad.
Diamondback. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, on that list I referenced earlier, Diamondback dead last.
Good.
I mean, they're only off by
Cottonmouth
one
was
slot.
like midway, and they were like, he was wonderful, but he was
Killed
in half.
halfway too soon.
Yeah, in half of a season.
But yeah, I think to me though the biggest star of this season, and not that it wasn't last season, but for whatever reason it stood out, maybe because I was enjoying the show more, is the friggin' music in the show, man.
It was even better this time around, and it was
Holy
great in the
shit.
first season.
The very last thing that I remember watching last night before I turned it off was some giant fat black dude.
Dude, it's the
that
best.
guy was incredible. It was like a 10-minute
I want to listen to
solo.
everything that dude has ever made musically. It's so
Man,
good.
he is awesome.
And there's a lot of instances of music on that level throughout the show.
Yes.
And a lot of it is like written for the show.
Yeah, there's a episode where I forget his first name, but Bob Marley's son is in it the entire time, and he like legit like I guess very slight spoilers, but not surprising. Some gunshots go off in the club.
Yeah,
and he like has to like act freaked out and run away and everything. Like it's not like they're just
someone
cutting
sings
in
a
generic
song
clips.
to Luke Cage at one point in the club, and it's one. I was like, I like this song.
Yeah, all that stuff is really good, man. The music is awesome. I'm glad that the club like it seems to be a thing that's going to be around.
Harlem's Paradise. Oh, it's
yeah.
a staple. Yeah, it's something that's going to exist.
It's cool. It's cool because they'll go from like something bluesy like that the guy was talking about earlier, and then they'll go to like a blaxploitation kind of underlying, like a like underneath,
or just Black Mariah, who is only blaxploitation, like and can't get off of it. Like it's bad.
She's not good.
It's really awful.
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
This is probably fifth for me in Marvel shows.
I haven't even
like
thought
out of all the seasons
about all the
favorite.
rankings. It's definitely towards the top. I mean, it loses like 3 or 4 points because of Black Mariah.
Yeah, that would clearly put it.
It would be like a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me if it wasn't for her.
Yeah, and I'm still at probably like a 7.5 for this season.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I was I was surprised because some people gave it some bad reviews. Overall, it did all right.
There's some weird arguments between Claire and Luke at the beginning of the.
I had a serious problem with it, and
I'm like, why are you guys fighting?
Claire is kind of being like one way, like too mad about some stuff, but at the same time, like Luke, I'm like, just fucking say okay, man. Like,
yeah,
your weird stand
aggressive.
on it, just fuck off, man.
He did say a very accurate sentence, like, "Are you gonna?" I didn't know if you're gonna be talking to me or talking at me.
Yeah,
which is accurate.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
I mean, if you say that to a woman that you're not married to, you might as well just tell them to walk.
He does tone down like the like his anger a little bit towards the end of the season, which I was happy about because he was real pissed off. He was like an angry teenager for the first,
I mean, he almost killed the cockroach.
Yeah,
like, legit in front of his kid.
Good to see his dad. Probably my last viewing of Kathy.
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie Kathy.
Yeah,
he was great as his dad too.
He's a good actor. Or he was a good actor.
There's some stuff later in the season where he gets to like give some legit, like do some acting.
Yeah,
and it was good, man. It was really good. I liked it overall, but yeah, both Daredevils, Jessica Jones season 1, and Punisher all ahead of this, but this is very good. It belongs up there, with those.
Good.
Yeah, that's fair. Now that you say it like that, I probably would also put it fifth. I can't think of anything I would put above it. Other than those.
This and Defenders are right around the same level to me. I like Defenders pretty well.
I think I like this a little bit more. Than
I'd probably have it a little. This has a better story than Defenders. Defenders was just kind of fun to see them together for a little while.
I also feel like there's a pretty good chance. I would really like to see a second season of Iron Fist, and then a combo season.
Oh,
of
I think
Heroes for Hire.
I think the next season for both of these are Heroes for Hire.
Man, I hope so. They planted some seeds. There's nothing.
They do
definitive,
plant some
but
seeds for that.
I
mean, you are seeing another
Heroes for Hire definitely gets.
I mean, you
said
are
a couple of
seeing
times.
another. You see another episode. There is another season of Iron Fist coming. It's filmed. It's coming out in 2018.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
like,
so
I'm hoping that also sets.
if
some
I
groundwork
get
up.
this Danny Rand, I'm gonna really like season 2 of Iron Fist, and
that
I
and a good
hope
villain
people
would
will like
save
give it a chance
season
because
2,
man,
yeah.
he's really good, and it's good on a lot of critics like it, where they liked or didn't like this season. Pretty universally said they're like, "Holy shit, they got Iron Fist right." So
That's good.
yeah, please continue that. Movies, just a couple. We talked about it once with Josh in here. He watched it, but you watched it, and I didn't watch. I had like 20 minutes left. But just to mention it, I watched Death of Stalin.
What'd you
I
think?
also have watched it.
Did you?
Yep.
It's funny.
It's really funny.
It's just kind of like
Very like dry.
it's a little
situational
long.
humor.
Like after a while, like the novelty kind of wore off on me.
That's fair. I can see that.
But it was funny. I liked it.
I watched it in 2 parts.
Steve Buscemi is
so-
a joy.
Yeah,
he is.
he's fantastic, and it is unapologetically not Russian.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
point. Yeah, no
It's
one
so
gives a
funny.
fuck. That's what makes it funny. That's what 2 hours. I was just like, okay, like yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
this
it could
and it's
be
funny.
half an hour,
A little
shorter,
short, yeah.
probably,
That's about what I. Yeah, so, but I liked it. It was funny.
Yeah, it's not going to be top 10 or anything.
No, but I'm glad I watched
enjoyed
it.
the whole thing, and it was way better than I thought it was going to be.
That's fair. Trey,
Yes,
The First Purge,
indeed. Second best Purge movie.
second or third? It's up
I'm-
there.
I'm
Not
officially
Anarchy. Boone, you twat.
True
He
story.
says Anarchy is the best Purge.
it's not even close.
It's election year and it's not close.
Election year, the last one.
Election year
Well,
was the
before
third
this
one.
one,
It was
I
the
guess.
third one. Yes.
I actually like the second one better too.
Oh, you fuck! God,
Dude,
you and
election
Boone,
year is
you
it
so
seemed
good.
more ridiculous to me
Oh,
because it had the dude in the back of the semi truck with the minigun.
it didn't have the girl that won her candy.
Yeah,
Oh, that was the best part.
It was.
She got
got
murdered.
run the fuck over.
that was awesome.
Anyway, this continues the Purge being pretty fucking ridiculous.
It does. It does start slow though.
It the first 20 minutes I was like, oh no, like they're
Lost what it
yeah.
means to make a
And
Purge
then,
movie.
and then Skeletor shows up.
What?
Yes, there is a guy
The He-Man
named
villain.
Skeletor, and he
That's
is
his name?
yes, and it's wonderful. It is everything you want. But they first they have to set up more story than they have been because it's a prequel. So they're setting up how the Purge came about and how the
Yeah.
founding fathers took over and all that.
What is it? Marissa Tomei? Who's the
She is a
person
doctor working for them that came up with the
She's-
idea of the Purge.
Yeah, she's like
okay.
the psychologist who's in it for good reasons.
I've made
So-
a mistake. What have I done?
Yeah, that kind of thing. So there's 20 to 30 minutes of that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
and there were some good parts mixed in that, but I'm like, kill some motherfucker.
true story.
And then they do.
Yeah, they kill a lot of people.
Yeah, we meet the guy that could take down Black Panther.
What?
Yeah, we met Harlem's real hero, or Staten Island's real hero.
Yeah, definitely Staten Island.
There is there's like a gang boss basically, like you usually follow a couple of characters kind of going
Yeah.
around. He's one of the main ones. He's got his boys, the gang around, and you're just like, but he's sympathetic. He seems like an all right guy. He just deals drugs, and
Right.
murders people. But whatever, he's all right.
We've all met people.
Yeah,
like
He
I mean,
seems
you don't
nice
live
enough.
Yeah, you don't live in Staten Island. You
He's
don't
a
know.
fine young man.
Then he rips his shirt off into a tank top at some point, and you're like, Jesus Christ, he is jacked. And then he is the Navy SEAL. Like, he is unstoppable. He is takes on 30 people. He's snapping necks and John Wicking people. It is incredible.
I'm
many
assuming you
checks
don't
does he
care
write?
about spoilers for this movie.
I mean, I'm going to see it.
I mean, do you want to spoil it or not?
No, not really.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know. What
I
you're
enjoy
talking
this
about.
movie.
I'm just gonna give you a very prime example of
Of him being him.
Yeah, him being the most
It's
badass
incredible.
man ever on the
Just
face
tell
of the earth.
me how badass he is, not in what context.
I
He
think
just
I
murders a lot of
did.
people that a drug dealer on Staten Island should not be able to murder.
Okay.
In a way that a Marvel superhero might do it.
Okay.
Like the Punisher.
Like Winter
He is
Soldier or the Punisher.
Yes.
is he a black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also actually a pretty good freaking actor. Like, I hope that guy's in more stuff.
He's going to be in a Marvel movie. He's in Black Panther 2. I guarantee it.
He ought to be.
But yeah,
What's his name?
I don't know. The big guy that can kill people. Speaking of which, big guy, I cut this out of the news, but it seems pertinent now. Winston Duke, that plays, that's in Black Gorilla. God damn it! I was thinking, don't say that, and I said it out loud. That's in Black Panther.
Uh-huh.
That plays Manape.
M'Baku?
Yeah, he is just signed on to star as Kimbo Slice in a movie about Kimbo Slice's life.
I saw that.
I was like, if I can imagine a beard on you, you look like Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that's right.
didn't
He's
mention
only
the
been in-
Joaquin Phoenix signing either.
That did happen. I think that happened before Whatcha, though, didn't it?
Oh.
Which means we were past the news.
Hugh?
Joaquin Phoenix is officially the Joker. We thought
Yeah.
he was, though.
Yeah.
Yes. So this movie is wonderful. Trey had to go use the bathroom because of Taco Bell and missed a wonderful scene.
I
You
did.
shat at the movies?
I did.
Oh, that's not like a weird thing for him. He does it all the time.
I shit anywhere and everywhere.
Staybridge, dumpsters.
You're like a fucking raccoon.
Kind of.
Is that what they're known for?
Shitting?
Yeah, I feel it's more
They
like
eat and they shit.
they can like get up into things and steal things.
And shit.
I guess they shit afterwards. That's right. So,
Yeah.
Sure.
So they're filming everything because this is an experiment. So all of them are wearing, for no apparent reason, colored contacts that glow in the dark.
Because they've got video cameras in them and they're high tech.
Yeah, and because
why
it
they
looks
glow.
really cool on camera.
Also that.
So that's fun. There's some fun like little jump things. Some of
Yeah.
the killings are fun. It's a good Purge movie.
Is it that guy? Is he big?
No.
No,
No?
God, no, he's tiny.
Okay. I'm on it.
He's
But
the first guy on the on IMDb.
Oh.
why would you
The
not click
Dimitri?
on the first one?
Oh, that guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I was a big fan, but it's either second or third for me on the Purge movies. Clearly better than the first because they all are.
Yeah. And I still think I like it better than Anarchy, but maybe I just
It's
haven't
right
seen
around
Anarchy
the
in a while.
same level of anarchy.
Definitely
for me.
close.
Election year number one though.
Oh, by a mile. Not even a
She
fucking
never got her
contest.
candy. She tried though.
Man, that guy was in a semi with a minigun for the whole movie.
I mean, where else are you going to be with your minigun?
I mean, I get point
Exactly.
to you, I guess.
A little predictable.
Point,
That's my point.
counterpoint. And finally, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. I like this movie quite a bit.
I also liked it quite a bit.
No, yeah.
I've settled on it just a little bit since we watched it, but not by much.
I'm
Anything
still
with
about where
Paul-
I'm at.
Anything with Paul Rudd in it is typically something that I enjoy.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
hard
just
not
like
to.
that. I just like that dude.
Do I dislike anything with Paul Rudd? I don't think I do. You know,
Who
like
are you talking to right now?
you.
I don't fucking know what you like.
don't
with
know
Paul Rudd.
me. I answer my own question. Don't get all snippy with me. Anyways,
You are feisty tonight.
I like it.
I'm ambivalent.
Well, that's all that matters, really.
Best.
No, I like this a lot. It has some flaws, but Marvel just kind of has it now. Like they don't make
Yeah.
it. They've never made a bad movie for me, but they've kind of hit a groove where like they're making above average movies always. This one does not really matter to the grand scheme, at least yet. We are going to talk full spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I
By the way,
feel like a lot of the effects that are in this and Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man, really call back to Doctor Strange. Like it feels like he is manipulating the quantum realm a lot when he's doing magic.
there is a freeze frame of when they're when I can't remember if it's when Pym's going through the quantum realm or at the end in the Stinger when he goes back into the quantum realm. There's a freeze frame, and it really looks like they put a snippet of Dormammu watching in there.
I'm
So
just saying,
That's cool.
it feels very similar.
it does. There's
I mean, would
something.
you be surprised that if some of Doctor Strange's magic is science, not all of it, but I mean,
No, he has to tap into some type of realm to bring it forward. Like I could totally see that. There's a lot of theory, especially like with the Stinger, like some of the stuff they revealed in there.
holy shit, I did not see that coming, by the way, and it was badass.
I did see it
Especially-
coming, and it was still badass.
Especially with like the reaction of like both of my sons, because I watched it with my sons. No, Trey almost stood up. Like Freeman was like, "What?" and Trey was like he just like almost stood out of his chair.
Jayla went, "What happened?"
That's what my mom did because she hadn't seen Infinity War yet.
Jayla has.
But yeah, no, man, that particular part was really good, and of course, fucking Luis. I love that.
He's
man.
glorious.
It's awesome. He is on drugs, and he goes into the back in time thing. He's like, and she had a haircut. It was like, man, I'm all business. It was so good.
And Josh wrote me a little like 1 paragraph review just so I knew. Josh liked this movie a lot, by the way. Saying
Nobody
talking
cares.
about that.
It's the 3 for All podcast.
Corrected.
It ain't free.
The running gag of the true serum was just wonderfully done throughout.
I
this.
loved it, especially at the end. It's like, oh shit.
It is true
It is
serum.
true
Yeah,
serum.
I like that bit. I will say I kind of could have done without this Michael Pena like storytelling bit again.
Oh,
It's one of my
I enjoy
my
it.
small complaints about the film is that they kind of like it felt like they kind of just went back to the well a little bit too much on this movie.
My
See,
biggest
to
complaint
me-
is Walton Goggins was completely unnecessary in this
That
movie.
is totally true.
Like completely.
See, to me, Luis could have just told this entire movie.
I would have
from
been okay
beginning
with
to
that.
end, and I would have been an hour and a half of him telling a story. I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I got kind of
Ghost, I was a not good. Like I understood her reasons. Like
The effects were super cool. On
really,
that, though.
really cool. That's
I
the girl
love the
from
design,
Killjoys,
too.
by the way.
From who?
Yeah.
That's she's the lead in Killjoys.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. She could be in The Magicians. I don't give a shit.
She's hot.
She's all right.
She's hot in Killjoys. Anyways, I liked her. Walton Goggins. I was just like, why the
Well, especially
fuck is
because,
he here? Like,
like,
I don't understand.
Ghost felt a little like she could have been in the movie a little bit more, but obviously, particularly if Walton Goggins was not like if they had just stuck with one bad guy.
He also
Two
seemed
bad
like
guys
he
seemed
knew that he didn't
unnecessary.
make sense. And Josh said this too. He was just like, what? He wasn't very good. Like I like Walton Goggins a lot, but he
Right.
wasn't particularly good in this.
He just kind of threw some Walton Goggins on it.
It felt like
He did. He sprinkled.
Yeah,
it felt like he was in Tomb Raider, but with a suit jacket.
Yes, correct, sir. Man, Walton Goggins just done some middle of the road shit this year. I like Tomb Raider. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
to be fair, he's not typically in Oscar award-winning movies.
but he should be.
Yeah, he's great.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, man, he's so good in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he
Oh,
should
I
just
wanna-
be in more TV because I feel like that's where he really shines.
I think I might watch Hateful Eight again tonight.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
It's good. It's really good.
But no, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think I like the first one a little bit more.
I do.
but not by a lot, but the like the quirkiness and a lot of the nuance of the characters felt like it worked a little bit more in a
Wasp was very good.
original
Yeah.
setting. She was good.
She's a whore, but
Right. She has
Evangeline Lilly, not.
She has armored
Jam and
boobies.
Dine.
in
Yeah,
this
she
one, though,
does.
which
I
thumbs
mean,
up.
you got to protect them,
Right.
But she was good. But there are some possibilities opened up by the quantum realm. That's what I'm most intrigued in. There's some theories that because they mentioned like you get lost in like they talked about time. It could cause like time loops and all this other stuff. And I'm like, either they could use some type of like either that's going to affect how they defeat Thanos,
Mhm.
or could they possibly either one use a time loop to introduce mutants, or two did Michelle Pfeiffer's character come out kind of with mutant powers to me. She
You mean
came
when she
came out with powers that she did not have beforehand.
right.
It's fair.
She could sense people, like she could sense fear and anger, and she could do something with her glowing hand in the real world outside the.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of all the Michelle Pfeiffer stuff.
To me, it just seemed like she was able
It
to
was drawn out.
like do stuff involving the quantum realm. Like obviously that
How was
chick.
she there for 30 years without like? I mean, what did she eat?
Everyone else was going insane, also like almost immediately, and she's like, "It's all right.
Yeah,
You get used to it. It's fine."
yeah. Everybody relax.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hurt you.
it's a nice, cool trip. But I don't know. There's some possibilities on it. I did enjoy the chase scenes through San Francisco. It was
Oh, that
fun
was
to be
really
there.
fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot
Also,
of fun.
Swaffer Nursery Plants, well represented.
Nice.
They were
Well
at
done.
the. Thank you.
You
They were
almost
at.
fucked that up. That was close.
Nah, it was right. You gotta leave them wanting more and in suspense. When the building is in the woods, my plants were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Swaffer Nursery.
Nice. .com.
Did
I don't.
indeed?
Oh.
Oh,
No, it's not, no.
I was like,
.gov. Trey.
Oh no.
you never know. Did Michael Douglas seem a little too grumpy in this movie?
He seemed like he
he
was
was the same
not
grumpy.
acting well, but
He just got like I don't know.
Like,
He just
I-
yelled a lot, and I was like, I could kind of do with less of this.
I like this movie a lot. It's in the bottom half of Marvel movies by default
Yeah.
because there's so many good ones. But I mean, overall, I liked it. I think I like Deadpool 2 a little bit more than this. This would probably be in a year of I liked all four to like really fucking loved.
Right.
Out
of the 4 that's come out so far
This
year,
is probably my least
fourth,
favorite. This is
but
my fourth.
Are there any others this year?
There's they're coming out.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Oh yeah, that is this year.
That'll be the last one. Well,
Yeah,
unless you count Into the
October,
Spider-Verse.
November. When's that coming out?
December.
No, oh,
December.
yeah. First half of December.
Yeah. So
All
I'm
right.
excited. Did you guys see the? I know you did. Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
I shared with everybody.
the
I did.
figurines.
I
like Manta.
literally commented.
He
on
did.
it
He talked to you about it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's fair.
and liked
He
it
rubbed off on you.
and everything.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Interacted as much as possible.
Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Thank you for watching, as always. Hey, next week we're actually going to talk about video games. It's been a long fucking time because the E3 took our video game slot last month.
I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of
We
games
have a-
that we played.
Big game show ahead. And a Geek to Geek coming soon. So
Oh yeah.
stay tuned for all that, folks, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.